Alright, so this does sound bad because we all this is a family programming as much as possible, but we can't stop when I say what's on my mind occasionally. There's just no stopping it because it's inevitable. Everyone's got their opinion. This opinion is a loaded shotgun and a powder keg waiting to explode. And I will not be surprised if the local sports people try and cancel me again for this statement. But why are private schools in the smallest divisions meant for small rural farm schools? Today, on October 21st, 2023, was the Division 3 sectional cross country meet at Westby. There were a lot of great local teams there, like Brookwood, Bangor, Kickapoo. I'm sure you're seeing a trend. They're all small rural farm schools. One problem. It wasn't a Division 3 meet at all because there was a Division 1 school from the Mississippi Valley sitting there in the form of Aquinas. You know what happened? It wasn't even close. Bangor punched their ticket having to be the runner-up because Aquinas and their athletes from who the hell knows where all of a sudden go from being Division 1, Division 1, Division 1, Division 1, running in the Division 1 MVC meet and getting absolutely obliterated by Onalaska, La Crosse Central, La Crosse Logan, Toma, Sparta. You know, the traditional Mississippi Valley Conference teams that all have to run Division 1 and maybe Division 2. But Aquinas gets to have the get out of jail free card with, yeah, here's Division 3 because of this stupid enrollment rule. Get rid of it, WIAA. You got a problem. Our local media? It was a dream come true for them. Absolute dream come true because they get to say we have local teams when we don't. Aquinas is literally just local because it's street address only for the La Crosse area. The La Crosse media, if you don't have blue golds on your jersey, they don't care about you. They just don't unless you get the hardware medal around your neck. If it doesn't say Aquinas, they're just going to sweep it under the rug and not care. So, congratulations, Bangor, for being the legitimate Division 3 boys champions. Congratulations, Brookwood, for being the legitimate Division 3 girls champions. Congratulations for all those individual qualifiers who have also made it. You guys and girls earned it. Aquinas, I want to see a roster where it says everyone's from, because I am betting you $10 in Monopoly money, because then you and I aren't out anything and it's not gambling. Gambling is bad, kids. Very, very bad. Don't do it. But I'm betting you 10 Monopoly dollars that if Aquinas let me get their hands on their roster that tells me where the hell their athletes came from, I'm betting you not many of them live in La Crosse. You'll have a few of them, but how many of them come from a different state? How many of them come from neighboring school districts? Oh, that Moline kid that they're proud of for going to play for the Badgers for wrestling? Huh. I wonder where he's from. It's not Aquinas or Lacrosse. Matter of fact, I know where they're from. And it's an embarrassment. But the buck doesn't stop there. The media went out of their way. Okay, I guess they did actually cover Holman, which actually surprises me that they showed Holman's highlights. But they went out of their way to shove Aquinas volleyball down our throats. Whoop-de-doo-da-day, they won. Who cares? I just want to know how much money under the table they gave the Davis family for their daughter to be there instead of wearing Central on her jersey like her brothers. Which also, I wonder, anyone from Central watching this, would you people even welcome the Davis family in your school anymore, or do you tell them get lost after this stunt? And anyways, while they gave Holman their 10-15 seconds of airtime showing 2 highlights in the score, pushing them out of the way for even more airtime for the Aquinas Blue Golds, who are now 2-3 wins away from state. Whoop-de-fucking-do. Whoop-de-fucking-do. You got a private school with athletes from everywhere beating up on legitimate communities. Their tennis team went to state before losing. Their soccer team went to the regional title or sectional before losing. Thank you, Arcadia. A legitimate community. But if it were for the media people, high execs that were doing that, if you took a black light to where the media was, seeing how much winning Aquinas is doing on that for their coverage, oh my god. My god. You don't want to know what that black light would be finding. You don't want to know what they'd be finding with that black light with the media over Aquinas winning this much, where they should not be. Now that we got that out of the way, here's my solution. It's not kicking Aquinas out of the WIAA, because I do not believe in taking opportunities away from the student athletes, because that makes me the exact thing I'm opposing in the overlords in the money grab known as the WIAA. Also, yes, you heard me say it here on my show, though. WIAA is a huge money grab with those overlords who don't care. What I propose is, well, the private schools will let them stay in their conferences, but by the time the playoffs hit, if, once we got the postseason hit, we have a private school bracket. Private school large, private school small. How we determine it, I don't know. But we'll find a way. Or even if just all the private schools have one bracket. Because, I'm sorry guys, but North Crawford should not have had to lose to a school from Madison. But they did. It's ridiculous. These overlords in the WIAA, long as they're stuffing their pockets and making more money off a teenager just wanting to play sports, they don't care. Long as the private school money's rolling in, they don't care. So, the small rural farm schools, their days are gone. They are very much gone. Back on volleyball. How many of you knew that a regional championship game was Seneca and Royal? How many of you knew Wanawak Center was still playing? 3 local teams. 3 local teams that I'm betting you guys didn't even know was still playing. Because the media just swept it under the rug. We don't care because it don't say Aquinas Blue Golds. So they just ignored it. And honestly, this is where we just maybe, just maybe, someday, don't, as long as your kids are, go support your kids and all, but once their season's done and all that, if it's just a bunch of private schools and state title games on TV, don't watch. Don't go. The WIAA, they're like any other money grab sports league that's just obsessed with money. If the fans stop going and stop giving them the TV ratings because of all the private schools, eventually they should get it through their thick noggins that the people have had enough. And that's when that day comes, I will celebrate. But until then, you will see me dug in the trenches arguing that they don't belong there at all.